Hi. It's your boy J. Michael with another VIDEO. Check it out, y'all. Right now, I'm gonna give y'all just a tad bit about J. Michael and a little bit about my background for a lot of people that don't understand who I am and why I act the way I act and why I made a lot of changes in my life. But before we do that, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so y'all can know when J. Michael drops something else, and leave comments. But let's get into it. I was born in Germany on an army base. But my mom and daddy, they was, from Detroit, Michigan, so that's what they put on my birth certificate. Because I was born on U.S. soil over in Germany, so consider U.S. I say the first 10 years of my life was pretty cool because my mother and father still was together. But I say from 6 to like 7, I was getting molested by 2 family members. But hey, it is what it is. It didn't like mess me up, but it made me have a high sex drive. I like doing crazy stuff. Regular sex is like boring, if y'all get what I'm saying. But I didn't let it consume me. I didn't let it break me. I overcame it. But when my mother and father divorced, I was like a daddy's boy. I love my mama, but I mostly was a daddy's boy. So I wanted to go stay with my dad. So I was acting out with my mom. I was acting out, doing stupid stuff, what a kid do. So my mama sent me to stay with my dad. Man, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. Went to go stay with my dad. My dad used to beat me with 2x4s. He used to beat me with belt buckles. He used to have me hold books. And if one dropped, whatever page it fell on, I got a whooping. Whatever the number fell on, that's how many licks I got. So if it landed on 200, I got 200 licks. If it landed on 5, I got 5. Y'all get what I'm saying? So that's why I never whoop my kids. I talked to my kids, because I got beat, and I said I would never do my children like that. But my dad is the one that showed me about the dope game at the age of like 11, 12. And this is how I didn't know nothing about the dope game. I wrote a whole note and put on the door talking about we got 3 for $50, $5 rocks, $10 rocks here, come. My daddy beat me up. Tell me, what are you doing, boy? But I don't know. I'm only 12. So I'm thinking it's a product. We selling, making money. I don't know. But I'm learning. I'm learning the game. Now mind you, I'm 12. My daddy owned drugs. My mother owned drugs. My daddy's side of the family didn't take me in. My mama's side of the family didn't take me in. So I'm alone in the streets of Detroit. Do or die. So now I know the dope game. So the dude my dad was selling dope for or getting little sacks from, he took me in. Now I'm 13. I'm in the drug house. Pushing $5 rocks, $10 rocks. Getting back. Man, I don't drink, I don't smoke weed, I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't do none of that. I'm about that bread. And mind you, I'm making money. Now I go back to my mom. My mama friend put his hands on her, knocked her tooth out her mouth. That's how I caught my first body. I went to boys' school for it. Man, I'm 14. Didn't do that much time because, back then, they didn't charge you as an adult. So now I get out of boys' school. Go straight back into the dope house. Now my brother, that's my best friend, we call each other brothers. He say, Mike, I got a bad feeling. I'm like, dog, you scared, dog. We getting this bread. What you scared of? He say, bruh, let's just go for a minute. I got a bad feeling. I'm like, well, shoot, you go. I'm going to make this bread. Hard-headed. But he always had that gut. Like, bruh, let's just leave for a few hours and then just come back. When you leave, I ain't missing this money. He leave. 4 hours later. No, take that back. My mama come with her friend. She said, I just had a dream. You got hurt. I said, nah. She said, just come home for a minute. I said, nah, you just want me home so I can bring this sack so you can beg me and start smoking. She threw her pipe on the ground. Stem, pipe, but she threw it on the ground. I don't give a care about that. Something ain't right. Now, mind you, Juan just told me something wasn't right. I didn't listen. My mama come like 4 or 5 hours later and tell me something ain't right. I didn't listen. So mind you now, my mama leave. I get shot in the chest. Now, anybody from Detroit, they know it's parts of Detroit. The police and the ambulance take forever to come because they know it's a bad area. Now, mind you, I got shot in the chest. I got internal bleeding. Anybody know about internal bleeding? You got 10, 15, the max 20 minutes before you clock out. I was out there for 2.5 hours before anybody came. But to this day, it was an old lady talking to me, keeping me aware, saying it's going to be okay, baby. Now it's raining and everything. I go to the hospital, stay in the hospital almost, 2 months, a little over 2 months. Now I go back to where I got shot at because I wanted to thank that old lady. Knocked on the door. I say, man, it was a lady that lived here. He was like, nah, bro. We live here. And I, being nosy, I peek into the house. I see the old lady picture. I say, that's the old lady right there that was talking to me. He say, nah, man, my grandma been dead for 10 years. 10 years? He said, yeah. I say, nah, bro. She was just here like 3, 4 months ago. He said, that couldn't be, bro. My grandma been dead for 10 years. I said, nah, player. I remember, because he remembered when I got shot. I say, I was the one that was in front of your house shot. He said, yeah, I remember that. I'm the one that called the ambulance and the police. He said, but that lady is the one that was talking to me. He said, he couldn't be. She been dead, man. I was like, wow, God is good. But I still had that gangster mentality, that thug mentality. Hard-headed. Now, mind y'all, I got 265 staples in my chest and in my stomach. Go back in the dope house. But before I go back in the dope house, we caught the dude. We got the dude that shot me. We got him. But now I'm back in the dope house. Get my whole head cracked. To this day, my skull is cracked right here. My skull got cracked. Got hit in the head with a bat. 2 dope fiends caught me off guard, robbed me. I'm selling to the one, the other one come around and crack, hit me in the head. Mind you, all this is 14, 15 years old. That's how long I've been on my own since I was 13. In the streets, going back and forth to my mom and dad house. But shoot, might as well say you're on your own, cause they in the streets smoking crack. So you in the house by yourself with your sister, or you in the dope house doing your thing. I always been on my own. A rebel, street hustler, gangster. Now, I remember when I was selling dope for this one cat. We in houses. He got us lined up. His lieutenant come, slapping us. Not me yet. He's slapping people because they short $10, short $20, short $50. So I had just bought a gun from a crack kid. So I'm sitting there like, hey. He slapped me his own. Now mind y'all, the boss man sitting over there. So it's my turn. What you got? I say, I'm short like $10, $15 I had to eat. He slapped me. Hit him. Bow! Right up under here. Boom. Boss man say, come here, little young man. You with me. Y'all see that? That dude got heart. Mind you, I'm scared now. Because I think he finna do something to me because I just did something to his lieutenant. But he took me in. He showed me the ropes even more. Now he make me the baby lieutenant to where I go around collecting money, beating up people, getting their money. If you short. But see, the difference between me and that cat, I'm making money. So if I know if I'm going to pick up money and I know they short $30 or $40 or $50, I put it in there so don't nothing happen to them. Now if they short like thousands or messed up the sack, then I do something. But other than that, if they short $20, $30, I put that in out of my pocket. Because I'm not finna do nothing to you for no $30. I know how it is because I used to be in them spots. And you sitting in there nothing to eat. They come in a week later and all this and that and you starving. That's how they treated their workers back then. If you had a grimy boss. Now I know the game. I branch off on my own. You know what I'm saying? Branch off on my own. What? Y'all see that? Dude hit me. Bow! Robbed me. Boom! Took off. Face hanging. See that? Y'all can't see that. Got hit in the head with a knife. Got stabbed in the legs with a knife. Got stabbed in the shoulder with a knife. I done been through it. I done been through it. So now I do something to a big dude in Detroit because he did something to my mom. I had to leave, so I go to Ohio. Met a female. I was in Ohio for a minute, met a female. She said, you know, you can make more money in Indiana. I'm like, what? What's an Indiana? Woo, woo, woo. So I come to Indiana, making money. Making money. But I still have my connections in Detroit. So they'd call me, hey bro, I got a couple of dollars, woo woo, if you come down here, handle this, or come and collect this for me. Oh, you ain't saying nothing, player. I'm on my way. You know, so for people to say gangsters don't run their mouth, gangsters don't talk, it ain't about a gangster running their mouth. It ain't about a gangster not talking. Sometimes you have to vent to get certain stuff off your chest. And when you know you ain't scared of nothing, some gangsters don't mind saying it because they know they ain't scared. You know? I'm not. I ain't no super bad mug. But I know how to handle my own. And I do know how to put in work. So I'm like I said, I'm not no super bad mug. But just like this last time I got shot inside the grocery store. Walked up on him, I seen the gun on him. What's happening? Woo 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 woo, flee. A Jamaican. You know, we was doing business, one thing led to another. We had disagreements. I turned around, walked away. He shot me twice from behind. I seen the gun, but I ain't scared. Wasn't scared. But I underestimated it. And I never do that. But I'm thinking it's, the week before Christmas, the store packed. He ain't gonna shoot me in the store. But I broke my own rule. Because I always go by the what if. What if he do shoot you? But I didn't go back this time because I'm like, it's 1,000 people and he shot me. Twice from behind. I didn't even see it coming. You see? A lot of people be on this internet and a lot of people got backstories. And that's why when you talk to people on here, you know, be careful of what you say and how you say it. You know, everybody do reactions. Everybody got their own opinion. People get rough and people get tough when they do their reactions. But y'all got to be mindful of what y'all say to people and how y'all call people names and dog people. I mean, y'all can go hard on them, but be careful on how y'all disrespect them. Because again, everybody have a backstory and y'all really don't know who them people are. You know, like I said before, Mr. Cryer know me. He know I ain't lying. He know me. We done had a run in. But I'm just giving y'all a little background, because my man, if I was to tell y'all my whole history, it'd be like a whole movie, a 3-part movie of what I've been through in my life. And that's for people saying, oh, he put his hands on women. I was young and dumb and jealous. So for them to say, oh, he said he just admitted to beating on women. I don't beat on women. I did when I was young. Because I was jealous. I was young. And I had that thug mentality. I didn't have no mama and daddy to raise me, or a family, or none of that to say, this is how you treat a woman. This is that. I learned on my own from experience and watching people, how they treat their woman. I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to keep putting my hand on a woman. I learned myself. And for a person to sit there and say, you need to worry about your own faults. When a person sit here and tell y'all he used to do this and he changed, that means he growed. He became a man. He learned from his mistakes. If he didn't, he wouldn't be sharing it. I ain't got nothing to hide to my millionaire syndicate. Nothing to hide. I be sharing stuff because I want other people to know, especially the young teenagers and the young adults that's in their 20s, to know that I used to be a gangster. I used to be in that life. I changed to become a better man. And y'all sit there and say I'm jealous of Mr. Cryer. I can get money. Shoot, what? Back in what? 96, 95, 96? I had a $2.5 million contract with A&M Records, but I was so going in the streets. I signed the contract, mind you. But I still went out there and sold dope. So that ink wasn't even dry on that contract before I got busted, and that voided the contract. You see what I'm saying? I know how to get money. I know how to get money in the street. I know how to write songs for people. I know how to shoot music videos for people. I do it all. I know how to get money. I don't need YouTube to make money. Mr. Cryer need YouTube, and if he ain't got YouTube, he gonna get a job. I don't work. I make money. My pockets ain't empty. I keep it. Come on now. So what that tell you? I drive a Jag, got a BMW, got a Cherokee. Looking at a Benz right now. But the one I was gonna get wasn't right, so my dude looking for me another one. So come on now. I'm not driving a Jag because I ain't got no money. I ain't got a Cherokee because I ain't got no money. I just got rid of my Chrysler 300, 2014. My wife was mad because that was her favorite car. But I'm finna go get her another one because that's what she liked. So I'm gonna go get her another one. And I don't work. But I make sure my woman good. And like I told y'all, I don't care what y'all say about me. Just don't talk about my wife. Because my wife a good woman. And y'all see she don't be on here putting people business out there and saying this and that. It be me. So y'all can talk about me, y'all can dog me, but leave her out of it. That's what pisses me off. When y'all bring her name up. And again, I ain't no bad motherfucker. But I do know how to get things when I need it. And I do know how to get information when I need it. I still got my ties to the streets. I might not be in the streets, but I still got my ties to the streets. I still know a lot of people in different places. I just want to have fun, be a good husband, try to be a good dad, and just make people laugh and try to motivate people and let them know it ain't nothing that I really ain't been through that y'all can't talk to me about. I done been homeless. I done ate out of garbage cans. I done slept on benches. I done slept in abandoned houses. I done been hood rich. I almost was famous rich. I done been to the penitentiary 3 times. I done stabbed a couple of people in the penitentiary. It ain't nothing I ain't been through in my life besides doing drugs and drinking and smoking weed. And I chose not to do that because I seen what it did to my dad and my mom and some people in my family. So I chose not to do that. And not only that, I was too heavy in the streets, so I wanted to keep a clear head. So when I say I'm not nothing to mess with, it ain't saying, oh, I'm tough, I'm this and this and that, because y'all see how many times I've been shot. So I'm not bulletproof. But I do know how to handle my own, and I do know how to put in work. That's what I be saying. Man, I be trying to tell people, that ain't nothing to brag about. Because it's only hell or jail when you live in that gangster life. God gave me another opportunity to change my life, to speak to y'all, to let y'all know that it ain't nothing in that life. This is what I be trying to tell them goofies out there. They be trying to go in on J. Michael. Oh, J. Michael was this and that. He talking about, he bad, he tough. You know, it ain't about being tough. I'm still human. I still got feelings. And I got caught up in my feelings when I seen that video that young lady dropped. And I did get caught up in my feelings. And I lashed out at her. And I showed her, hey, I'm not none of that. Because she took the video down. But I apologized to that young lady. Because I shouldn't have got in my feelings. But she was talking about my wife. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is me on here, not her. Leave her out of it. That's the only thing that pissed me off when y'all bring Mama Celine in there. I get pissed. Because my wife, again, she neutral. And y'all know she neutral. Because she never put Mr. Cryer out there. And she got a whole vault of stuff she can slash him on. But she don't do that. You know, one day I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna really tell y'all who J. Michael is and about J. Michael's life. I just gave y'all a little piece of it because the majority of my life was violent. You know, me and my mama used to run drug houses together. Y'all know I was running a drug house with my daddy because shoot, he the one to show me how to do the drugs, to slang them. And mind you, my daddy's side of the family, majority of them millionaires. But they left me to the wolves. They didn't bring me in. They just left me out to dry. You know? And then I got a cousins on my mama's side. I don't even know why they ain't like me. I ain't never did nothing to them. Never. But they don't mess with me. Because I tried to kill them too. Because they came down here, started mess. And they thought this was a little hick town, that I ain't had gangsters and soldiers. We almost killed them. They got away, but you know, that's my life. My life was just a roller coaster of violence. You know, I mean, it's sad, and at the same time, you grow from it. You learn from it. You know, all the women I've been with, I learned from them. I learned from this woman. I learned from that woman. I learned from this woman. Because you have different personalities when you with different women. And that's how I molded myself to be this man for Mama Selena. Now, I did almost mess up in the beginning. Not gonna lie about that. I almost messed up in the beginning. But I gathered that because I didn't want to lose that good woman. And I had to change. Because if you love someone and you want to be with that person can't change you. You have to be willing to change for that person. You have to be willing to change for the love that you have for that person. It ain't about, oh, I ain't gonna change, I'm always like this. But if you love that person, you gonna change for that person to make that person happy, to make that person content. It don't make you weak, it don't make you soft, because you're making your home happy. It don't. It don't make you weak, it don't make you soft, because you left the streets alone. Because when you being in that streets, you're going to be dead and going or doing life in prison. Them streets still going to be there. And your homies, 9 times out of 10, your homies going to be pouring a drink. Oh, this for my homie. Or you ain't going to hear from him because you doing time. How many homies out there writing them? Writing you. How many homies out there sending you money when you locked up? Out of sight, out of mind. You probably have 1% of your homies that still staying in contact with you while you locked up. The streets ain't nothing to play with. And the streets ain't nothing to brag about. I've been there, done that. And unfortunately, I'm one of the ones that God gave another chance to talk to y'all, to vent to y'all, to share my emotions with y'all, to share my experience with y'all, to show y'all my trials and tribulations of what I've been through in my life. It's a lot that y'all don't know about J. Michael. When y'all be on here running y'all mouth to J. Michael, talking about, oh, he this and this and that. Real gangsters don't run their mouth. It ain't about a real gangster not running their mouth. It's about a gangster venting. You rather for me to run my mouth than be silent, because then when I'm silent, then I'm coming. So when you venting, you trying to get it off your chest so you don't do nothing stupid. Because when you're silent, now you're dangerous. See, these people be hiding behind this YouTube. Real life is real life. Everything is not acting. Everything is not a joke. Everything is not fun. Everything is not play. That's why I be careful of what I say to people on here. Because you don't know who them people are. You don't know if them people can get to you. You don't know if them people can get your information. It's just entertainment, people. Y'all pick your side. Y'all ride with that side. And other people pick their side. They ride with that side. That's all it is. That's just like y'all watching Hollywood Housewives, Love and Hip Hop and Black Ink and all that. Chicago Black Ink. We know the reality shows. Y'all pick your favorite actor and y'all ride out with him. Then y'all pick your villain. Y'all ride out with it. But y'all know those actors. But the people on YouTube, these is real life people that's just doing something on the camera. This stuff don't be, some of these people around here, it's really about what they talk about. So, man, and when y'all choose people's side, no facts before y'all speak. Because when y'all speak on these facts and then it come back and bite y'all in the ass, then y'all be looking like, damn, I took this man's side and he came back and beat me in the ass. I'm not taking Erica's side. I'm just telling y'all, we know what kind of game she played. We know what she do. But won't y'all try to help that sister? That's all I be trying to say. I'm not on Mr. Cry's side. I'm not on Erica's side. A lot of y'all talking about, oh, he on Erica's side because he hate Mr. Cry. I ain't got nothing against that man. Nothing. But like I said, The Prince family, him is the hottest thing, the hottest topic on YouTube right now. So I'm going to get in where I fit in. That's all it is. That's all it is. Because if I had a problem with that man, I know how to call that man. I know how to, when that man come and get his son, I know how to go out there and face to face to that man. I don't have no problem with that man. Because if I had a problem with that man, I know how to bring it to that man. I'm not going to have behind no camera. Never that. I like talking face to face. Because you can see a person's demeanor. Because when you on the phone, when you on cameras, and you on text messages, they get courage. They put an S on their chest. But when you face to face with them, let's see if that bark's still the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell y'all, how I am on here is how I am in real life. Sometimes my facts don't always be on point, but I can admit if I'm wrong. I can apologize if I'm wrong, because that's just how J. Michael is. And I want to thank all my millionaire syndicates out there that got J. Michael back and support J. Michael, especially the ones that put J. Michael in his place like, hey, you know that ain't you, player. You don't do that. Calm down. I love that. See, I respect my fans. I respect what my fans say. Because they with you. So they gonna try to tell you the best advice too, especially if they see something in you. So they gonna tell you, that's not you. Quit falling for that. You better than that. And my fans are right. I'm better than that. That's why I named them the Millionaire Syndicate. I'm the Millionaire and them the Millionaire Syndicates. Because they keep it real with J. Michael too. Some of y'all just be talking crazy because y'all Crier fans and y'all just be hating. But it ain't all about hating sometimes. It's all about looking at your logic and trying to give good advice back. Study just throwing a brother off the bridge. But I'm going to end this and I'm going to come back with some more stuff. And if y'all really want to hear about a little more about J. Michael life, let me know. And I'm gonna get at y'all. And I'm setting up me a P.O. box too, so people can talk, you know, send letters and stuff like that, so I can get back at y'all. Because I will write y'all back. J. Michael out.